So essentially, we open up with last week's reveal, which was Best Jeanist is alive and kicking it. He's here. He showed up. He's saving the day. He's taking all these villains. He's wrapping them in his motherfucking blue steel jean denim, professional model looking ass, and it's hype. Everyone's like, yeah, Best Jeanist. And dude, honestly, the way they made Best Jeanist here, like I can see now. All right, this guy's a top hero for a reason. I didn't realize he can pull fiber from anything.
Yeah, I know they mentioned that. Dude, it's crazy. Like, I thought of him kind of as a joke. Like, it's kind of a weird power. But, like you said, like, he's top 3 hero. And, like, yeah, he legit is showing why. Fucking holding down Machina.
Gigante Machina.
Yeah, dude. And,
Giga Machina. Gigawatt. Gigamach.
Bro, he's a fucking G. Like, you don't think that, like, just the power to control all thread, but dude, if you're a person, you're gonna have clothes on. So he's basically got control of you almost, you know?
Yeah, I mean, where is he? Is that what he's pulling for everybody?
I don't know. It's from wherever.
He can control fiber, any fiber at will. So I mean, are we talking metallic fiber, like construction fiber? Any fiber. That's quite the power. That's quite the quirk. Especially if you're a hero. That's probably top 3 because you can subdue villains like, as we see here. And so, we're getting this. Shit's still climactic and the fight's still raging on. Spinner's having a moment. He wakes up Shigaraki. For whatever reason, whenever the master of Giga Machina, says a command, Giga Machina, says a man, says a command, he like powers up, like even though he's like has no gas, he gets like a boost of power. So Spinner's on his way to wake him up and kind of wake up Shigaraki because he's phased out of the battle and all that. So I don't need to get into it like I don't know, play for play. Let me just what do you think, man? What do you think? What's going on through your mind as this is going down?
Well, dude, first off, like, Dobby's plan is kind of unraveling. He based part of it off of the death of Best Jeanist to kind of like just like show like heroes aren't all that they're cracked up to be. Like putting Hawks on the spot for murdering, air quotes murdering Best Jeanist, and you see that part unravel just with the arrival of him. And with him coming, it's not just unraveling the plan in the aspect that it's pulling away from his plan against the heroes, but he's also Best Jeanist is over here unraveling the plan just by should I say unraveling clothes and using the fibers.
Oh, look at that! Ooh, yeah. Jay's got some puns today, man.
Yeah, pulling that on the spot, but yeah, so it's kind of like a double blow right there, it's just his arrival shows that, Hawks isn't who he was portrayed to be by Dobby, and then Best Jeanist is out there doing work too, and kind of leading the reinforcements that they needed at that moment. And
it's like it lays fault to anything else he's claimed, so you can kind of, if you're in the hero organization or in the hero side, you can save face. Maybe not everything is exactly as Dobby says if one thing he claimed is actually a lie. However, as all things, I would imagine there's still gonna be repercussions that we can't quite imagine here at this point due to all this. I mean, we still have Endeavor being a fucking cunt to his family, so there's that part's very much true, and that can be backed by Shoto and the rest of the Todoroki family.
Yeah, but I don't know, like, if this was being recorded or, like, projected to the world, but you see, was it Todoroki who was, like, yelling at Dobby? Asking, are you insane? And he basically he's like, yes, like, he's like, I want everyone to die. And he's like, your brother, who was his best friend, I can't remember, was Natsuo?
Natsuo.
Yeah, they were best friends, like, they were, the eldest and the second oldest, they were close as siblings. He's like, he almost got killed by a villain, and he was like, I wish he would have. It would have hurt Endeavor. And like just hearing that, like if the world had heard that, you know, it would have kind of shown Dobby as being really just everything he's saying doesn't almost matter because he's broken. He's literally a psychopath. Like you can't really believe anything that a person whose mind is set like that, where all they're focused on is hurting someone else. So of course they'd lie to make like their goal happen if that was the case, you know. I mean, in this instance with Endeavor, he kind of is an asshole, and that's the truth. But like you said, it kind of allows the hero space to save face, as you said.
Yeah,
put a
man.
positive spin on it.
Save face, and we get, you know, what's her name? Nejri. How do you? Gosh, man. I swear, it's like you can the hero that's flying around, the chick that's got like the power, she can shoot from her hands, like the spirals and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like I always pronounce it in my head, but I like when it comes out of my mouth, I can't really. It doesn't sound right. Anyways, she was about to have a moment to stop Spinner from waking up Shigaraki, but damn, Dobby just laid her to waste with like a prominence flame. Like it was crazy.
Yeah.
So then Shigaraki, you know, wakes up, and then we have this go down, and we're cut screen away to, you know, a fight happening between the Endeavor Company and Burning, and there's a whole bunch of what do you call them? Those things, the Nobus. Yeah, the Nomus, and we see like one's about to attack Burn, and then you see a fist, you know, crash down on that Nomu, and you don't really know. You see it. You see something happen. The Nomu gets taken out, and then we kind of get back into the main fight. Gigante Machia is going crazy. Daib's going crazy. They're having that's when you said Todoroki's shouting him, and you're insane. And the Nomus are coming in to attack Best Jeanist. And what do we get, man? What do we get, Jordan?
Ooh, I'm gonna let you reveal it, bro, because this is your moment.
This is my moment, dude.
I can imagine you've been waiting for this for quite a while.
We get power. Lemillion is back in action, dude. Coming out from the ground, his little dinky ass face, One Punch Man eyes. You know how it is. And it comes out, propels out of the sky with his trademark power. You know, it's just his one liner. He's coming out in one single panel. This takes place, and he saves Best Jeanist and hits Nomu, and then Deku's like Lemillion. So his powers are back. Lemillion is back in action.
Yeah, bro.
Dude,
I'm pretty sure Deku has the reaction all of us had at that moment. Just jaw dropped, eyes wide, and we're like, "Oh shit, Lemillion!" That's what I did, dude.
I was so excited, and this is like, unfortunately, this was the leak that I saw. Just this fucking, like, you can't, like, this is the screenshot that I saw, and I'm, you know, there's no way of me not, like, if there was like some crazy thing, I could have like totally glossed over it, but this is Lemillion. I cannot not recognize Lemillion.
Yeah.
So, but still, I was hyped nonetheless, dude, and it took me a great deal of effort just to say go ahead and find the leaks for myself. But I'm glad I waited because Lemillion is back. Lemillion is back.
Yep, he's the hero we needed to show up.
So it's interesting because
and Lemillion, bro.
Yeah, Best Jeanist and Lemillion. So, you know, behind the scenes we have obviously Eri has some control over her power to revert Lemillion back to his post or his pre, you know, loss of powers. You know, he kind of rewinded. What we would assume would happen was she would rewind his biological clock like she did to Deku when his bones would break and like revert them back to normal in that fight with Overhaul. So essentially she did that to Lemillion is what I'm thinking. I think it was a lot of people thinking what would make the most sense. Well, now what doesn't make sense is people are also just taking that and saying, wow, Eri's like, she's got full control. Like, no, I don't think so. She's just a kid and her horn takes time to charge up, you know. But we can assume that the whole time her horn was charging up, prior to this chapter, and then when she had made an appearance a little while ago, like it shrunk back down in size. Maybe that was when Lemillion happened, but I mean, it's not like she's a grand healer now. She's still a child, and she's, if her power goes out of control, then it could be extremely dangerous. So I doubt she can like come in and like erase every like scare we had, because I would be like kind of disappointed if like she just showed up and said, all right, everyone's back to normal, like there's no repercussions, there's no consequence, like that's not good story.
Yeah,
so
it's probably for the best, and probably by the manga, because the design that he made her, so young, and like, at that age you wouldn't expect them to be able to handle, like any kid to handle anything really. You can't expect a kid to be able to eat their breakfast without making a mess of it, let alone control like a power of this level. So it's
right,
probably
and then,
by design that they made it so it's not just a save all that the heroes can rely on. So if that was the case, dude, we could have All Might just reverted back post or pre his injury before like the series even started. His who was he fighting? Can't remember his name. All for one. Yeah. So I'm sure like that was by design.
Well, yeah, and it's like, what you're gonna do is take Eri back to like an extremely traumatic scene with all these heroes are all like tattered and their arms are ripped off, like with with Eraserhead's arm, and Bakugo's all pierced up. Like, dude, you can't make her succumb to that kind of horror again. Like, she saved him from Overhaul. Like, she got saved from Overhaul in that whole syndicate. Like, the last thing you want to do is subject her to, something a normal child shouldn't go through once again. Exactly. That's my thoughts on that.
But Lemillion's
back, baby.
Yeah, that's
power.
What matters.
Power. Leave my camera on. Power. I'm flexing right now. Power. I'm so hyped, dude. Lemillion's like a gym inspiration for me.
Yeah, you're in there like trying to hit your max, and you're just out there yelling power.
Yeah, dude. Like,
nice.
Digging deep. I'm like, dude, I may have no quirk, but fuck it. He can take on Overhaul by himself without a quirk.
Yeah,
and then some.
But
yeah, I'm psyched. So did you guys expect Lemillion to show up, or what is your thoughts on that? Let us know in the comments. Were you as hyped as us? Did I look small? Or you want to make fun of me? Then type it in the comments. I'll give you free. Everyone gets a free pot shot at John tonight to make fun of him for flexing on the camera. So go for it.
Mine. I didn't even see it, but I'm a
you will see
jab. It. You'll see me first comment on.
And listeners, you can go to our YouTube page and check that out.
Yeah, do it. Put him in his place.
Right. Well, let's wrap that up. So we're hyped for next week. We'll see what goes down. But let's